Well, this is going to be hell for continuity.
Is this time travel that I'm looking at?
Obviously.
May I ask why?
You may not.
Can I ask what you're doing with those?
Getting rid of them.
You're where you've missed a couple.
Yeah, I kind of had to leave in a hurry, so.
Time has made you unpleasant.
Oh, yeah.
You know you've got a troll feature in here.
Yeah, Casey let that in. I don't think it knows how to leave. Over here. Shoot! Come on, get! Omanisana!
Reminder. Look into the security incident on
Yeah,
11.
remind me later.
Reminder set.
So, how's Jana?
I don't know enough about your species to answer that.
Just checking. Oh my god, what's that over there? Decompile.
Initializing genome.
Aranasio! I suppose you know where we are. There's actually a second ancient city. Just need to find a way to get down there. Oh, I found it.
I thought that. You did?
I found it. Yeah, come back to the big hole.
Just gotta fly down there.
I wouldn't do that. See, I'm gonna make less noise.
That's how those light up.
But you didn't hear nothing shrooking.
It's true, I didn't.
Because that's over here. Now, here's my question.
Yes.
We want to have an angry man, right?
Yes.
We should probably leave these shriekers.
Yeah, I guess.
So that they can shriek their shracks at the people we drop down the hole.
Dude. I hope I make this jump, otherwise things are gonna be really bad.
Uh-oh. Soul torches maybe not. I just tripped one because I thought I was not stepping on a pressure plate, and I actually
If I close this chest,
yes,
it might
yes,
trip
it will.
another one.
It will.
So.
Oh, for God's sake, we're in the same building.
Oh.
I was like, that sounded awful close.
Oh.
Okay, good. Okay. Well, how many mending books did you get?
0.
I got 1.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trusting that water is still at the bottom, and I'm coming back down.
Well, I didn't move it, so.
Okay.
Take that as you will.
Okay. We can leave now. Now, a couple episodes ago, of course, we killed the Ender Dragon, and I completely forgot to bring glass bottles to harvest Dragon's Breath, which we actually need in Foundation. So I went off and found a stronghold a little closer to the city, and we're going to go fight the Ender Dragon again and just farm it for acid. And probably going to fast forward through most of it because we just fought the Ender Dragon, and it wasn't interesting then. I knew I should have brought that glaive. Cover your ears.
Oh boy.
Oh, I wasn't suggesting we go in immediately. There's stuff in the stronghold we want.
Oh.
Okay, you wait there, I'll go get it.
A torch is a thackle.
A thackle?
Yep. I guess we're just leaving the egg here. I see it's still there.
Oh, we never got the egg. Hang on.
No. That's just right there. What's the name of that achievement?
The next generation, what's it called for you?
No, this is the next begetting. Hold the worm A. What are these called? Packed wet earth.
Come on. It's not wet anymore, that's the point.
What is this brown mushroom? Oh, brown Toadstool Stetch. S-T-E-C-C-H. Yes. Wet earth bake stones. A wall is a sundercleat.
Okay.
Rough earth. Earth. Moored. M-O-R-E-D. Earth. Oh no. My broke anvil.
Look, it's a meteor shower.
Oh.
I'm gonna go fly up and look at him.
Alright.
Ah, okay. Oh. Two of them just collided.
Oh.
Get your wind dints ready.
There he is. Did it work? Oh.
How's it going, Casey?
Oh, what did I press?
Oh,
it's
he's
H.
got his own
Oh,
wind
no.
dints.
No.
Got him.
Yes, the next begetting. Fourth step made.
Fourth
Thanks.
advancements are called fourth steps.
Yes, they're fourth steps.
I hate that. Bye.
Oh, goody, I'm next.
Okay, we're above the water. We're good.
That's spooky.
Get ready.
Oh, you can just do that.
Yeah.
Let's see if anyone's been in this town. They have. Okay. There's some mesh shoes in here.
Wow.
Do we need any lift more spread stems?
Any what?
Do we need any lift more spread stems?
Yes. Oh, good. Casey's found something. Okay, what's going on down here? So, what are we trying to do? Okay. Ah! He's got my bow, Casey! That was very close. Okay. Well. Congratulations, Casey. You solved my puzzle. So you see why this would have been bad with a whole bunch of people. Okay. Casey, your free stuff, I believe, is up here somewhere, maybe? Yep. Can you put a door on top of a slime block? You can. You know, there's a universe where we put some royal jelly down here. Anyone that tries to walk in this door gets catapulted out the front.
Ah! Forgot about this. Oh my.
Right, that's enough of that. We can go back to playing with strange goos later. So I know I've already started the city over there. But you can't really see it over. But you really can't see it. Okay, but trust me, it's over there. But I changed my mind. I think it's going to be right here because it's got a big hole, and I want a big hole that I can throw things into. So I'm gonna. This is a very, very unlikely scenario, but I'm gonna see if maybe I get lucky and this is in the middle of a map. No, of course, it's in the... Okay, well, this is fine. It's kind of on the corner of 4 maps, which is the other thing I was hoping for. I gotta start just making the maps first and then putting the base down. There's so many levels of planning that have to go into this. That's beside the point. So this is gonna be a big hole in the middle. It's right next to this. Oh, is this a meadow that I'm not thrilled about? Because I don't like the grass color, but we can cover that up okay, I think. There's one there and there's one over there. But I think I can work with this. Let's see. So with this being the middle, it sort of means that this is going to be a big city because we know that the outer extremities are at least right there and perhaps further. Definitely further than that because I'd like to have some actual like disrepaired, that's not the word, crumbling, you know, ruined, for lack of a better term, buildings. Not so much ruined, but disrepaired, you know, buildings that have fallen into disarray, whatever. I don't goddamn know what I'm saying. Okay, I've been up for 12 hours now. I'm in the latter half of my day. I would like to go back to bed, but it's too early for that. So I'm gonna try and do like a million other things that I'm gonna screw up immediately. So let's see. What's the plan say? I've done all that. That's actually for a different house. So things that I would like to do. I'd like to have a reload station for my shulker boxes. I finally got these all organized. Here's some of my house stuff. Here's some more of my house stuff. You get the point. I should really actually load that because it does not have any mud in it. Yeah, that's fine. So I'd like to be able to do what I just did automatically because I did not enjoy doing that. And I'd also like to get a sniffer farm going because I have a sniffer egg somewhere. Is it in my ender chest? Yes. Okay. I have a sniffer egg, and Casey has a sniffer egg, so that means we can get more sniffer eggs, and that's a good way to get spore blossoms and also, you know, just the regular vanilla sniffer stuff. But these I'm going to need a lot of. I found this. I like this trick. I know it probably looks different in vanilla, but you can sort of see in a couple of places. Where's a good spot? Yeah. The mud and the dirt are close enough in color that from a distance you can throw some grass in there and just get, you know, a little bit of, well, it looks like a little bit of moss coming down without actually having it take up the full block. And, you know, you can just put an empty gap between the ceiling and the grass there and it'll stay grass. So I like that. So yeah, sniffer farm would be nice because I need a lot of spore blossoms and I'd like to get some pitcher pods and torch flowers going because they're like the one flower that I'm missing. I'd like to have a system where my horse is real fast now. He was a wimp before Anchor Arms, but now he's a jerk and everyone loves him. Check this out. He's real fast. So that's what happens when you feed him 9 golden apples and finally get all the stats you wanted boosted. But yeah, so if I could have a way to have this horse with his maxed out speed and this horse armor that gives him a bonus to speed, and he gets hit with a speed potion when I try and ride him out of somewhere, I think that'd be great. So I'd like to have something that does that automatically, but obviously that's that might be a later project because we need stables or something. But the two main things, I need a place to reload my shulkers, and by God, I need a storage room because what is this? This is okay. It's getting bad. This doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. This actually has stayed relatively consistent. But this, I mean, come on. Seriously? Seriously? It's bad. What is this? Right? It's got to go. Something's got to change, and it should be this. This should change, not... My being concerned about it is not the thing that should change. So that's a priority. But mostly I'd like to also just sort of map out the center. So yeah, big hole. There's going to be a thing surrounding the big hole, some sort of courtyard probably, and buildings on the outskirts of that. And I think I'm going to build the buildings more on the outskirts than towards the center so that I have a little buffer space, because I don't really know what the center is going to look like other than courtyard with big hole and maybe trees. I don't know. It all hinges on this weird plant, but that's something I haven't fully worked out yet. I know what the plant looks like. I just don't know what the plant looks like. That's not helpful. So yeah, this is what I want to focus on. And this finally updated, so we can actually time-lapse this, and I don't have to talk over the whole thing. I think I want it to be... Is 21 a good number? 21. Okay. Now I just need either one of these to actually be centered. And then I just sort of got to figure out how that's a circle, because I'm not great with freehanding circles, and I don't want to go and sketch out a circle in another program, because then I have to make that circle. This sheep is gonna drive me crazy, but I don't want to kill him, because I'd like to have sheep here. So we're gonna do the humane thing. We're just gonna shut him up. Is that a circle? I guess that's a circle. It's getting worse. It's getting worse by the second. All right, screw it. It's not a hexagon. It's an octagon now. I'm not doing a circle. I can't make that circle work, and I don't want to tab out to try and figure out how that circle's supposed to look. Hexagon's probably easier anyway. I want to drill this out automatically, and I don't want to have to figure out how to engineer that circle. So this is a hexagon, also known as an octagon. All right, it's all on one map. It's an octagonal hexagon. It's going to go all the way down. Let's take a look at this hole real quick. Come on. Seriously? Okay. Server's struggling a little lately. All right, let's have a look in this hole. What do we got? Yep. Okay. I have already been down here, so this is not all tremendously new to me. Oh, look at that. I have not gone this way though. This is new. Oh, okay. Well, I like that. Yeah, I think it goes a little deeper this way. Yeah, so this goes all the way down here. There's a couple of spots that probably still branch off a little if I dig through the wall a bit. But we are currently at Y negative 68, so we're past where bedrock would normally generate. Grab some of those. Lapis, kind of a rare commodity. Yeah, so this is pretty good. These are planes, but I believe that we did fly through some... Yeah, we have a small patch of granite caves here, I believe, which might actually be up there, and the things are just coming down to the ceiling. But yeah, got some granite caves here, so this is technically counted as a mountain biome, quote unquote. As I may or may not have explained already, the seeds are biome dependent. So in plains, you're going to get corn. In quote unquote mountain biomes like this, you're going to get rice. So we have corn, rice. I think that's a river, so that would give us asparagus, garlic out of the forest. So we've got a couple of different biomes worth of food around here. Obviously pomegranate from the nether. We don't have a birch forest to my knowledge, which would be nice because that would give us tomato, which is a very important ingredient in a lot of recipes. And we have a tiger right here, which is cabbage or something. But that's not tremendously important. So let's see. There is where the hole is going to be. I am going to try and drill this out automatically if I can. Might be a bit of a challenge, but I'm interested to see if I can get it to work. And I also would like to put down somewhere for my shulker loader to go. All this, I think I'm going to try and put my storage room in a midpoint. Storage room and shulker loader, I think, are going to be two different buildings, but I'd like to put them in a midpoint between there and there. So it's probably going to be... I'm thinking almost like it goes here. I have a half a mind that I want to like shear these faces off of these cliffs a little and make proper, like, you know, cliffs basically that are less, because this is a pretty steep slope, but it's still gradual, right? Like, if you fell off the side of this, you would just fall a couple of blocks and then hit the rest of the slope. I would like to be able to actually fall off of these cliffs, as weird as that sounds. I think having... I did something similar at Palms Ahoy, sort of around the back. I had a cliff face actually carved out, and I think I can probably do something similar here. And I'd like to be able to shear some of these cliff faces off, and like, because you see where there's an elevation change there, there's like a plateau there, there's a plateau down there, and like there. I'd like it if I could turn some of these plateaus into individual levels that are themselves flattened out and have to go up and down between them. I think that would be interesting, but that's a longer term project. But I think as sort of a midpoint, because there's the hole and there's that, I think this is a good spot for storage, and I want this building to be larger than that one, because as much as I did make that one larger, it is still quite narrow on the inside. Let's just dip in here and look at the pallet room again. This only holds 6 things in a row. I would like to get it to hold 8 in a row, ideally, and then be able to have 8 on one side, 8 on the other side, and stacked up quite a bit. And of course it is turning nighttime, and I do not have a bed, so I actually have to go all the way back over here anyway. But before I do that, because I am easily distracted, I am going to try and get this hole actually getting dug out. Now, okay, so this, we had something similar on Season 5. You may have seen me grab this out of the end. This is a pretty powerful device that I created because I don't have time to screw around with digging a big hole. So here's how this fella works. You put him on an end rod. That's going to tell him where to go. And you give him some of this stuff, which you actually are going to want more than 3 of per game now. And off he goes. And he's just going to start drilling. Now, obviously, with the way that this is aligned, he's not going to clear out the middle. I don't know if it's theoretically possible to even do this shape with straight lines. But he is going to clear out the ring around the outside, which is what I'm sort of hoping for. I don't know why I'm picking up netherrack. And this also is going to be the part that takes a long time, because the bullet has to reach the bottom, grab the block, and bring it back up. But one thing at a time, drilling through the granite, and we'll see what that dredges up. Now, the granite is going to be very useful because we need that for the house. Seriously, again, I have to go to bed again? Okay. By the end of all of this, we should have a fairly cohesive ring dug out of the middle. Now, I think what I gave it was really only enough for a couple stacks, so I'm going to fill it up a bit more. And this should do its thing while I'm off doing my thing, which is apparently sleeping every 5 minutes. Alright, so now that that hole is being dug automatically, and it's right over there, I think that maybe here is a good spot for the storage room, sort of a median point between there and there. And I'm just going to sketch out the corners real quick. I'd like the interior to be 8 by 8, so... Alright, so this is the interior. And then exterior wall, pillar, basically. I have a couple of different designs for these buildings that I'm going to experiment with, but I'm going to try freehand-it, which I know I said last time and it didn't work out, and I also know I said this last time and it didn't work out, but I'm going to also try and not start detailing until the actual frame is in. So we'll see how that works out. Alright, so that's the outside. I think storage is going to be up a little, but not a whole lot. So like, let's say the floor is... One more? Yeah. Let's say the floor is right here. Of course, I'm going to need a stack of these slabs, just by nature of how the math works, which I do not have. I'm also going to try seeing if I can work out the interior before I start on the exterior, which is not something I do a lot, and it makes me very uncomfortable considering the prospect, but I want to see if it can be done. So we did something like that, and obviously these stairs are going to be temporary. So this would be the interior space, and I believe I have chests in here. Not a lot. Okay, how do I feel about this? How do I feel about this? I'm not sure I like it. I think I want it more diegetic. I think I want shelves. I've been getting real into putting my chests on shelves lately. Yeah, okay, I feel good about this. And I guess my question is, where do I put the labels? Because there's got to be item frame. I guess I could put the item frames right on the chests. Sometimes you end up clicking on the chests, or I could do signs. Simple fact of the matter, like, I label all of my chests a lot of the time, but it really quickly ends up that muscle memory is just what takes over. So I might not need to worry about being as rigid about it. I like to do this sometimes, because you don't always need a full chest for things. So you just throw like a bookshelf and some barrels. Maybe we do that instead, and then this. And then we do a slab there, and then a chest. And then obviously the wall is up against here. Yeah, okay. And then we could even do that. Have sort of a cramped area back here, and another shelf on top of that. I think we can get away with. I swear to God. Oh, this is just everything. Great. The sun is going down, and there's pillagers, and I don't have a bed, and I don't have a storage room. This is great. Okay. Something you can do with these that you don't see done a lot, and maybe for good reason. So if you have a trapdoor, you can climb the trapdoor as though it's a ladder. So we might just have that there. Yeah, okay. I like the way this is looking, and there's still this whole side too. So this is, I think, going to be good for storage. And I think, I can do that there, but some of these I can't put a label above, like right there. I mean, and that's my own fault. I can move that if I need to. So this would have been 16 chests worth of stuff if I did it like that. This side we have 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23 chests worth of stuff over here, which obviously, you know, if I'd stacked it in the same space, it would have been 16 times Lord knows what, 16 times 5 chests worth of stuff. But I'm never going to need that many. Like, Palms Ahoy, the Sunken Condos had 48 chests maybe, and so this is close, and a lot of those chests were, I mean, there was bulk storage, but I have a solution for bulk storage. And also, this is floor 1. Bulk storage is going to be upstairs. So, yeah, I think this is good. I've done this by accident, and I know I said I wasn't going to try and detail the outside of this, but I'm curious to see how this would look. What does that look like? That's interesting. I think I can detail that in a way that works. And the only problem, of course, is that this doesn't make the pillar, because there's nothing back here to turn into a pillar unless we get clever with it and do that, for example. And now it's pillar. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm going to build the outside first and try and detail it second. But I think that sort of design, going up a couple of stories, alternating a couple of different patterns in there, and then obviously work the deep slate and the moss in, and the granite. I usually do the granite as the last pass, but I think that will work for my purposes. This I got to figure out something with. Obviously, this is all going to be probably different once it's all in, so I'm gonna throw that in there. Yeah, because this whole outside stair step portion is not going to be the way it is right now. It's probably going to be actual stairs, which is going to be a rarity, I think. But my storage room I want to get into relatively easily. Yeah, and then this will probably be bulk storage up here. That'll probably go along this wall, if this is how you're going to get up there. And yeah, so I think this is good. And then I can put something along this wall as well. I don't know what. There we go. It doesn't have to make sense. I'll know where everything is. And here, if you want to get up there, hop on the crate. Perfect. And I think there's going to be a building across from this one, and that's going to have my shulker station in it. And you can get into them from, like, maybe there's an open window here that you have to hop out and then go across some planters or something, and then you're in the, okay, let's not do this, please. Then you're in the shulker room. We'll see. But there's going to be another level of bulk storage. There's going to be regular storage. I think that's good. I like how that's working out. There's one more thing I wanted to do. Okay, and now we wait. It's not. It's gonna. I'll make it better later. It's fine.